Ellis Williams here with Mary Kay Cabot, day 8 of Browns camp out here in Berea. And Mary Kay, before we get into practice, the Bills and Josh Allen made some news right before Kevin Stefanski spoke. Josh Allen re-upping with the Bills, becomes the highest paid player in this league. Hey, Mary Kay, what's this mean for Baker Mayfield's contract situation?
Wow, what great news for Baker Mayfield that Josh Allen got $43 million a year. That makes him the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. And this is the reason why Baker Mayfield was not able to do his extension before Josh Allen at least gets done, and maybe even Lamar Jackson. Why? Because you have to set that market first. Baker fancies himself still the best quarterback in that class, and there's no way that he is going to accept a lot less than what those guys are getting. So this sets the bar very high, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that they will wait until Lamar gets his done. But now it basically says that that Baker is going to be looking for something in that range. Dak Prescott got 40, Josh Allen 43, Lamar Jackson will get in that ballpark. And then we'll see for Baker. But he might not get his done until sometime into the season, or maybe perhaps even after.
Yeah, and speaking of Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, two quarterbacks that defensive end Clowney is going to be responsible for tackling, tracking down, and containing this year. Clowney is in Cleveland after a lot of hesitation, Mary Kay. You wrote a great piece on what Clowney coming to Cleveland means and how this all came together. What'd you learn?
Well, I remember back to last offseason, and the Browns made him the highest one-year offer of anyone, and they were very competitive with their multi-year offer. And he balked at it. He did not want to come here. They were coming off of 6-10. They were not too far removed from 1-31, 0-16. This was still sort of the mistake on the lake for a savvy veteran like that. But his new agent convinced him to come to town this offseason and to just give the Browns a look. He loved what he heard, loved what he saw, and then as time went on, he started to get calls and texts and things like that from the John Johnsons of the world, and now he absolutely loves it here. And I think that this situation for him could turn out to be the happiest stop he's ever made, because it's going to be a winning team. If he stays healthy, he's going to be dynamite with Myles Garrett, and you just never know where this team might end up at the end of the year.
Exactly, and teaming up with Myles Garrett means that tackles Jedrick Wills and Jack Conklin are battle-tested every day out here in camp. Mary Kay, what do you think this could mean for the long-term development of a second-year player in Wills and then the all-pro Jack Conklin?
Well, let's start with Jed Wills Jr. My goodness, if you have to go up in training camp against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney, two former #1 overall picks with elite talent, you're going to be ready for the football season.
Yep.
You're not going to see that many guys that are as talented as them as you move throughout your season. There will be some, but nothing quite like that. And he gets a little dose of both of them, because when Myles sits out, Jadeveon moves over to the other side and works over Jed. So he's getting a taste of both of them, and he's really earning his keep this summer. Same thing with Jack Conklin. He's getting a little bit of both of those guys, and he is really getting his game face on by having to try to hold off Jadeveon Clowney, and sometimes Myles as well. So these guys will be ready to play.
That's a wrap for day 8 out here at Browns camp. Football Insider subscribers, I was texting you all day. If you weren't receiving those, that means you're not subscribed. Visit cleveland.com/Browns, blue banner at the top of the page.